Hey everyone, your designers are here.
I'm Anita at Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home.
We have tips and tricks and decorating advice for you today. So let's get started.
This is episode 268, Elevate Your Happiness Every Day. And the show notes for today's episode can be found at decoratingtipsandtricks.com/268. Well, I don't know about you, but I love elevating everyone's happiness. And if you can do that every day, what a wonderful thing to be able to do for yourself and for everyone else in your life or in your home.
Oh, yeah. And there's so many easy ways to do it. And we're talking about, of course, adding a bit of decor, a bit of a little luxury, where we're not straying too far from decorating today. But there are really easy ways that you can elevate the everyday that you might not be thinking about and don't take a lot of time. But wow, definitely carry a lot of happiness along with them.
Well, I think, first of all, if you're thinking about elevating the everyday, I think it really starts with your mindset. So many things that we do as homemakers can be a little bit of drudgery, but I think it's a matter of changing our attitudes and looking for things that elevate, like even our littlest chores, to something that is almost pleasant or something that you don't mind doing. And these are the little tiny things that we're going to talk about that take and make your life a little bit happier and maybe everyone around you. But you know what they say, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
I think that's kind of true.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I was hearing that little tune, Whistle While You Work, while Yvonne was talking there. I mean, there is certainly truth to that. And your mindset, wow, the mind, it's a powerful thing. You can be happy while you're scrubbing the toilet. You just have to make yourself happy in your mind. So definitely a good place to start is your mindset.
I know. And I wanted to mention or give a big shout out of happy birthday to Peter.
Oh,
Kelly's husband, who helps us out with the podcast.
Yeah, we don't know how he finds the time, but he always does it. No matter how busy he is, no matter even what country he's in
amazing.
For work, he's editing our podcast and gets to listen to us and the bloopers as well.
Well, and we wanted to make sure that Peter knows how much we appreciate him and how much how special he is and how much he helps with the podcast. We really appreciate it so much. So happy birthday.
Thank you so much for reminding all of us. Happy birthday.
Well, yeah, the 15th. Wow. Okay. So today I will be making someone happy with a birthday cake.
That would be nice.
Besides all of that, since you can't have birthday cake every day because then your birthday wouldn't be so special. At least that's what I always tell my girls. Why can't we have Christmas every day? Because then it wouldn't be that much fun, right? But there are little things.
And we couldn't afford it.
Okay. So I want to start with the morning.
Let's start with the morning. Good.
Yeah. So the thing that I do almost every morning is something so small, but starts my day off in such a wonderful way. And that is one of the first things I do after I have my glass of water is to have a nice cup of tea in one of my favorite teacups with a silver spoon. And it's not even a sterling silver spoon. It's silver plate, but it's a beautiful spoon engraved. And I get that tea out and I try to have a nice cup of tea. I would say it's whatever tea you like. I know Kelly came to visit and she was so excited for my PG tips and I was out at the farm.
I usually bring my tips in a little plastic bag and I was like, I don't have to bring my tips. But no, she had very good Trader Joe's black tea. And you guys, it is not... she's not talking trash here. She really does that with the teacup. I mean, I had the loveliest china teacup and a silver spoon, even though we were dashing out the door with our RX bars in hand for a long sweaty day in Round Top.
I know. And she was grabbing one of the white cups. I said, no, dear, get one of the blue and white.
She elevated my
cups.
Everyday right there. I didn't want to be so,
Here's what I want to know. Did you have china cups while you were there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, the blue and white were China. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I was like, I was grabbing from, the bottom shelf. Oh, no.
Top shelf, baby.
Top shelf. I felt very important. Top shelf girl.
Well, the other thing that let's just riff off of that. Think about using things like china and silver. And, today you can get them for a song and they are so beautiful, and get them in your favorite color. I love blue and white. So I really look for them in blue and white. So think about using things, even in different ways. Like I use china, blue and white china teacups for my canisters for delving out sugar and flour. And right now I have candy corn in one, and the blue and white cup looks really pretty with the orange.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
And also I use powdered detergent, and I use a cup also for that.
I love that idea. I think it's
think about doing some fun things like that. You don't need, it's just as like, oh gosh, like when I was a teenager, I read this book called by Alexander Stoddard, and I'll never forget that. And she put like grace notes in it, like fun little things to elevate your everyday. And as a young teen, I thought, oh, how awesome that is.
Oh, so let's put that in the show notes if they've got that on Amazon.
It is decades old, but I think it's very applicable even to today.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even your tea or coffee or whatever it is you're going to drink, get something that's really something you love. It doesn't have to be expensive tea. It can be Trader Joe's tea or the PG Tips, but have whatever it is that makes you happy there on hand, and just to have it. It's just such a wonderful start to the day. Wine, and here's the beauty of it. Yes, silver, china, all this stuff. It's super cheap now. Especially if you buy it secondhand, not like, years ago when everything was so expensive. So it's not an expensive thing. And here's the thing. You don't need 12 of everything.
I was just going to say that, Anita. Good point. That's right.
And that's your special one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and here's another thing. Now, I'm not a big tea drinker. I like tea, but I have to have my morning cup of joe. So I have down here, and we think alike, is to make a coffee bar for yourself. We have buy your coffee maker. We have it in a basket, and we have a pretty little sugar bowl and actually a creamer. And unless I have company, I don't get the creamer and put my milk in it every day, but it's a really nice thing to do. But here's a really fun thing to do. I love like cinnamon or nutmeg or cocoa in my coffee. And I find pretty salt shakers, like, cheapy ones, but pretty ones. And I fill those up with cinnamon, nutmeg. It's a
great idea.
It's a ripoff of Starbucks because they have the same thing in this, just the glass ones.
Yeah, but it's not in a fancy one.
No, but it's pretty. So, and and cinnamon is so good for you. So I add cinnamon to all my coffee, and it really is fun just to like have those and think, oh, that looks so nice and makes you feel good.
Well, and I was just looking at this beautiful B&B in France, and I was just admiring. They had this silver tray with a linen napkin on top, a beautiful blue and white teapot with a cup and saucer, and I know there were maybe a little vase with some flowers on the tray. And I thought, what would your day be like if someone handed that to you every morning? And so maybe you don't have someone to hand it to you, or maybe no one in your family is going to hand it to you, but you know what? You can hand it to yourself.
Or better yet, bring it up to bed to greet you every morning.
Yeah. So
you'd have to go downstairs and walk it up to yourself, though.
But you can put a tea kettle.
I'll be like, oh, just wait here, Kelly. I'm going to go down and get your tray. I'll be right back. And then jump back into bed with my tray.
I must say I'm pretty spoiled on weekend mornings. Usually Bobby's a really early riser, and he'll sort of wake me up with coffee. So I really love him for that. I know.
Kevin usually brings me, because he knows I want the nice cup and the
Mhm.
pretty spoon. He usually on Sunday mornings he brings me a cup of tea upstairs.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Yes, very
But
sweet.
then elevate that. Get a bed tray or just get a big tray with
Kevin.
handles.
Grab the tray next time.
Yeah.
He's not here. I'm just
Put
kidding.
it on the bed tray next to my bed. It's
Yeah.
just fun, or on my bed next to me, rather.
Okay, I have one for since we're in the morning. It sounds like we're going to roll through this throughout the day, which is kind of such a
Oh.
fun way to do it, right? Instead of being hodgepodge all over. Okay, here's something I've been doing, and I don't do it every day. I wish I did because the days that I do it, it really refuels my tank. I just take 5 minutes, sometimes 3, sometimes maybe 7, and I look around my garden. I walk out with my tea. And I just look at my plants and I check in with them. And, I'm a gardener and I love that. And I want to see who's doing well and who's not. But I'm not doing it in a I need to weed here way. I am just looking at them, enjoying the fact that I put them in, that they're thriving, even the ones that aren't. So if you're a gardener, even if you're not, just take a step outside if you can in the morning and breathe in the new day and have a look around. I'm telling you, it just really grounds me, no pun intended, and makes me feel really, really good. And sort of, like I'm saying, fills up my tank a little bit. And then I'm like, okay, I took those few minutes. I remember Yvonne several episodes ago said something about just taking 10 minutes or so, and maybe I think you were sitting on your swing or on your front porch or something like that with a magazine or with the book that you're reading. And even if you can steal 10 minutes in the beginning of the day, I think it sets the tone. And believe me, I am not doing this every day and going, ha, 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 and having birds sit on my hand and, anything like that.
Stop it. I was
Please don't
picturing
burst
that.
our bubble, Kelly.
I know. You can. Okay, all right. Let me just have Peter edit that out so you think that's what's happening. First, I put on my peignoir set, and then I come downstairs,
Your
and then I
pinafore.
stroll out into
Have
the
your
garden
tea.
in the morning mist. And no, it's not. Every once in a while, I'll do it. I try to do it. I have a goal of doing it. Doesn't always happen. My mornings are usually pretty crazy, and especially being on California time with my girls that are on East Coast time and Central time. We get rocking pretty early. The texts are flying early already, which I love. But before I dive into my busy day, I think it really is important. And that will elevate your day and it'll bring it up here. So then the rest of your day can follow suit.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Kelly, because even if you don't have a garden, and that's something I adore doing, I do get into the let me grab that weed and pull it, because there's just something so satisfying about pulling a weed, not like a big deep one, because then it's aggravating, but like that little piece of grass that, you just pluck it out. But even if you have pots of flowers or, annuals or something, just get out there. And even with your little snips, I have those snips that where were they? From Japan, I think.
Yeah.
That I have those. They're wonderful. And I'm always correcting like everybody, don't touch those. Don't cut with paper.
Yeah.
But anyway, just going out and picking a few flowers, putting in a pretty little bud vase. And I'll tell you, I'm not as crazy over vintage things as Kelly and Anita, but one thing I really love, and that you can get super, super cheap at vintage stores, are little bud vases. Mm-hmm. And they're so unique, and just putting like little flowers in them, and your day's starting off good.
Yeah. Well, and interestingly enough, even if you're not a gardener, even if you don't have a garden, if it's nice outside, I recommend taking that cup of tea out on your porch. And I have a little table on my front porch, one on my back porch, and it's been too hot here. For some reason this year, Texas has just been blistering hot.
I think it's hot all over this year.
We have a cool front coming in a couple of days, and actually I'm so, so excited, and I'm going to sit outside and have my cup of tea outdoors. So if you can sit outside, I think that too is just such a wonderful way to start your day, or any time during the day. If it's nice outside, go sit out there for a little bit, bring a book or a magazine, bring your tea or whatever you want to drink. And I think that makes it such a nice day. And while you're out there, I think we've talked about it, but if you can, cut some flowers and bring them inside.
Well, I think this episode should have been called Elevate Your Morning. Because here we are.
It's
so far through. But I want to just say, make your bed.
Oh, Yes.
That every time
You're
then you go
right.
into your room, you'll think, oh, it looks so pretty. And you've got, if you have
I need to
lovely
leave for a few
linens.
minutes.
I did. I give me a gold star because I made my bed today.
Well, here's another thing. I love linen spray. So as soon as you get out of your bed, spray it, give it a little mist, and then don't make your bed right away. My husband is a physician and he said there's all kinds of germs. You need the air to get to it.
Yes.
So
I don't know.
I go down and make a cup of coffee.
So now I have to go
and do
unmake my bed and make it again
That's
later.
right. I'm airing mine
Well,
out
I
a
would
little bit. I'm
I
going
would
back.
rather make it right away than not make it at all.
Okay,
But if you
okay.
use a little bit of linen spray on your bed, I make my own with essential oils, and I spray it, and like I can change the scents according to the time of the year. And for me, that really elevates my day. Like right now I'm because we're into the fall, like cloves and cinnamon with lemongrass and really fall scents, nutmeg. And it just, you get in and you think, oh, it smells like fall in here. Or
Okay, well, I was going to talk about that in the evening. Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add Dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health, potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months.
But can I talk about lunch here?
Yes, go ahead. Talk about lunch.
Okay, so you've had your lunch, but you
Okay, it's all about eating too. So.
I know. Well, no. So, but you had your lunch. Maybe you had your nice dishes, maybe a linen napkin, maybe a silver napkin ring, whatever. But hopefully you had a lovely meal. So when you're putting up the leftovers, how many of you have those Cool Whip containers in your drawer?
Nope.
Okay,
Cool
I
Whip
don't
containers?
either, but I used to.
Like repurposing.
So you know what I did? I threw all that stuff out, and all I have in my drawer, the Tupperware kind of drawer at home, is I bought the glass containers that are kind of square and rectangular with the snap-on lids, and they're BPA free. They're glass, so you don't have to worry about those chemicals leaching in your food, and they fit so nicely in my refrigerator that it just looks nice. And I'm kind of happy putting the food in there. I'm not thinking, oh, this container looks awful and it's a jumble and a mess, and you're just going to feel better. And it's not that expensive. Just buy 1 or 2 sets and throw all the other stuff away.
I so agree with you. And let's go back to something you said. Use cloth napkins every day. I did that for years and years and years. Got out of the habit, got a little lazy. And then, oh gosh, maybe last year Kelly said, I've been using using napkins. So, and I've got like a drawer full of them that are all filed by color. So I just pick the ones out for every season and just use them. And it's so nice because you actually are using something you already have. And I don't iron them. And it's like, we are a house that irons everything. Like, we love everything to look crisp, but I've suspended that for my napkins so I would use them. Because I would not use them if I had to iron them every single time.
Well, I actually I don't mind ironing. And that's an interesting thing. Kevin has a nice handkerchief that he takes to work. And I've been ironing them, and it's kind of nice folding them up and just knowing he has this nice crisp one to take to work. So yeah, I think the paper and the plastic, it's very practical, but then it just kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't make the day feel special.
Well, we're as we're talking about, we're really onto like tableware for some reason, but I have a lot of other ones that aren't.
Yeah.
But also use stemware. My everyday glasses have stems. And I love using them. They're pretty thick, but that's okay. They're still stemware, and they're really pretty.
Yeah. That's a really great idea.
Okay, well, now this is food too. Okay,
I'm gonna
but it's not lunch.
Unmake my bed and go have something to eat.
Okay, it's not breakfast or lunch though. But this was a special thing that Kevin did for me one Christmas.
Kevin. You know, it's Peter's birthday. No, it's not.
Sorry. Well, I can't say Peter. Okay,
I'm joking.
You're gonna have to talk about Peter. Okay,
yeah, that would be weird if you were like, well, Peter that time.
Yeah. Oh, that was okay. Okay. So with the
not going there, girls.
Really nice picnic basket. A really nice wicker picnic basket he got me, and it has like a holder on the back for a bottle of wine, and you open it up, and it's got a little cutting board for cheese and a little cheese knife, 2 small little wine stems. And so you can take a picnic, and we actually do this quite often at the farm. You just put in your cheese and some fruit, put a bottle of wine in there, and we would take it out, and we would have a nice little snack by the deck in the evenings. So, there's things like that it feels like it's a lot of effort, but honestly, it's just not that much work. And why not put it in a pretty basket and have a nice little picnic?
Well, that's the thing. The bottom line is, why not make it beautiful? If you can, so that doesn't mean you're like, oh, I'm just going to paint this room today, so I elevate my happiness today. No, it's these little things that we're talking about that you can just easily slip into your daily routine. The teacup in the morning, that having a little pop out into your garden or something like that. Using a linen spray. Having a little bud vase and making sure you've got something in it, even if it's a little greenery, a little boxwood clipping, something like that.
Exactly.
To my mind, and if you're listening to this podcast, this kind of thing matters to you, and this kind of thing will resonate with you and make you happier. For sure. When I look across my room and I can see a little flower here, a little something else there. Oh my gosh, it really makes me so happy. Another thing is candlelight. Now, okay, I'm so sorry to anyone who lives near me and wants to buy some tapers from Trader Joe's, because I was there the other day, and for whatever reason, TJ has decided that their tapers, which are absolutely fantastic, dripless, and really inexpensive, are seasonal, which I need to speak to him, because that is a year-round product. Thank you very much. And so I look and I look and I look, and I did the same thing last year. As soon as they come in, my cart is full. And then I also
I didn't see them at mine. I just looked.
They might not be there yet. They just
That's why
there.
Because
I bought them before I left.
That's right. And they had to ship from other places over to Kelly's Trader Joe's.
Over to my
That's
Trader Joe's,
right.
which,
That's right.
is the original Trader Joe's of all time. Thank you.
Anyway,
I go to the counter, and all I have is 2 bouquets of flowers, literally a basket full of the tapers. I can't even tell you how many I bought, how many boxes. And my doggies love those dried chicken breasts at Trader Joe's, and they're so reasonable there. And
so it looks like
America.
You're having a special meal with your dog.
It's all very strange. And
like, stay away from her.
The guy who's kept checking me out is like a guy I see all the time. He's like, so what's going on? And I was like, he's like, you're stockpiling. I'm like, yes, I'm an ambiance survivalist. I'm like, you guys won't have these. And by the time Christmas rolls around, everybody else will be, getting in on it. And if they're listening to my podcast, they're going to come buy these because they're a great deal. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm taking them. I'm taking them all. I think because I felt bad, I left like 2 or 3 boxes.
Oh, you're so kind.
The rest were mine. So, hey, how easy is that? We have for always, and birds landing on my hand and me wearing a peignoir set every morning is not true. I'm going to say that is really not true. But me having candlelight at my dinner table every single night, always, for 26 years of marriage. Peter can tell you if he was on the podcast, he would tell you we have not missed a candle for all those years. That's a lot of money in burning.
Yes.
That's why I go to Trader Joe's.
Wow.
But hey, how easy is that? It changes the whole thing, you guys. Changes the whole atmosphere. One candle, even if make it a votive. Make it even one of those,
a battery operated for
luminaires.
Yes.
Have something like that. But I mean, a real candle at dinner. That's so simple. One little taper stick you can buy somewhere at the thrift store. Bam, you are done. Definitely do that. Another candle thing is, if you've never thought about it, get a little set of travel candles. I didn't need to bring them to Anita's house because I knew it would be delightful and she would be misting me with, Evian water and lavender spray all day long. But when I travel, we did need that. When I travel, even when we go on our nice family vacation, you're still going to be in, somewhat of a hotel room, or if you go into an Airbnb or things like this, you don't really know 100% what you're encountering. It's so nice to have a little travel candle. Not only will it give you a little ambiance, it smells good. And they just have those little tins.
Use a travel candle when you travel?
That's what I'm saying to you. Are you listening to me? I take
a travel candle.
I would be afraid that I would catch. I would be afraid the sprinkler system would go off. Or catch the hotel on fire. And I have been in 3 hotel fires. Do you believe it? In my whole life.
Oh my gosh. I swear I wasn't in any of them.
But anyway, I didn't cause them, but I've been in 3. I'm going to sort of riff off your candle idea. I have a travel diffuser. And it's just a little tiny diffuser that I use.
I think she's
in
trying
a
to one
hotel
up you.
room. No, I'm not. I'm just giving people options.
I like the diffuser idea, but
options.
I have to say I'm a live flame kind of gal.
Yeah, you like the ambiance, but I'm just
I
a little
do.
afraid of the flame when I'm out in a hotel. So
nobody's going to want to stay in a hotel with me.
I think what happens.
Yeah, let me know where you're staying when you go away.
I think what happens over time is we buy some things and then they kind of start looking tattered over time, and maybe we're just not paying attention, or you just kind of end up with this stuff in your life. So one kind of overarching theme I wanted to point out is that to look at your daily routine and see what it is you're using, what it is you're doing, and is there a way to change maybe the cup that you're using for your morning tea, or maybe it's the keychain that you have, that you're using, or the music you're listening to in the car. Just to kind of be mindful about how you spend each day and look at these daily routines and see if there aren't some small little things you can change out that are going to make it better. I mean, for example, like if you are traveling, I recently took a look at my makeup travel bag and I thought, it's not fresh looking anymore. So I bought a new one that's really nice. I mean, not that it always requires buying something new, but sometimes it is time to replace something old that just doesn't look nice anymore.
That's a good idea. Just have a critical eye on what you're up to and what you've got going on, and update.
How about this? A wonderful way to elevate what you have is to put monograms on it.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Monograms.
I love monograms.
I do too. And I think it's so important that we just, embrace our monograms, love the letters of the alphabet that were given to us and use them on things. And then when I was thinking about monograms, I thought, you know what? Start writing notes again. Get some really pretty stationery. And I know you love this, Kelly, and so do I, because here I sit with an aqua pen as I cross things off. I could go to Staples and you could buy me Christmas gifts at Staples or Office Max or something. I love office supplies, but I really love like all the colored pens. And I have an organizer on my desk that is stuffed with colored pencils, colored pens, colored highlighters. I love that. So get some pretty pens and get some really cool stationery that you just love the feel of. And just write a little note to people here and there and tell them how you feel about them.
Yeah, and get
It'll make
monogram notes.
You feel good and them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And I was going to say also along those lines, because we love Pinterest, we love Instagram, Facebook, blogs, all these places to get great ideas. But I still love holding a magazine in my hand. I still love holding a beautiful book in my hand. So don't forget about getting some nice books that you can sit down and enjoy going through.
Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. You know, we're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. BritBox just keeps getting better. The new Archie is amazing. And it's not the comics. It's about Cary Grant. Archie is the brand new limited series starring Jason Isaacs as Archie Leach, the man who became Cary Grant. From the award-winning screenwriter of Philomena, Archie tells Grant's born in Britain, made in Hollywood story, the dramatic grit to glamour transformation that led him to become one of the most famous people in the world. You are going to absolutely love the acting, but also the styling, the outfits, the scenery. It's the first time his story has been told in collaboration with his daughter Jennifer Grant and ex-wife Diane Cannon. The performances from Jason Isaacs and the rest of the cast are amazing, and it's only available on BritBox. So sign up for BritBox today to stream Archie and other fan favorites from any device. And we have a special limited time offer for our U.S. and Canadian listeners. Get 50% off, yes, that's 50% off your first month when you sign up for a monthly plan. But only if you go to BritBox.com and use our promotion code DTT at checkout. You're going to love Archie. So head over right now and get 50% off your first month of BritBox. Use the promotion code DTT at BritBox.com.
I mean,
well, that's on my list, Anita.
Yeah.
And I said, make a little reading nook. Get a basket to put beside your, I have a table beside my chair, but I also have a basket under it. And in the basket, I have current magazines. Now I do go through them. And I just this morning boxed up my older magazines because I don't know if you girls do this, but like everybody sends me, I guess they know that we're bloggers or podcasters. I get all these free magazines, tons of magazines. And so I just box them up and I give them out as my friends and my family love this because they know they're going to get magazines from me, the ones that I don't need. So I always have current magazines and my book. If I'm reading a book, not on my phone, but just reading it, I always have that. And I always have my Bible next to me because I love to do devotions in the morning. And you talk about elevating your day. That will elevate your day.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great way to start the day too.
Okay, so the linen spray. Let's get back to that. Are we into the nighttime yet?
Well, we can be. Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, Yvonne mentioned it, and yes, I'm all for it. And I started doing this, and I got some linen spray given to me, and it's a lavender linen spray. And I thought, oh, that's really nice. And then I put it in the closet. Well, what good was it doing me in the closet? Right. And then I saw it one day and I was like, hey, yeah, look at that. Okay. What am I going to do with that? Oh, I guess I could use it. Yeah, I'll spray. So I sprayed my pillows and I pulled back the sheets and I sprayed them and then I fluffed them up. And when I got into bed that night, it was just fabulous. It smelled fresh like lavender, and lavender does have properties that help you sleep too and relax.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, or even just the thought that this is what I'm smelling is helping me sleep, might be what's helping me sleep. I don't know. But wow, that was amazing. And okay, I was given the first bottle, so it didn't cost me anything. But it was just having the mindset to take it out of the closet and to use it. And you can apply that to your china teacup or your bud vase or your candles or your diffuser or your linen spray or, fill in the blank, whatever your thing is that you're saving for a special day or you just don't think to use because it's just too good for every day. No, girlies, there's nothing too good for you, right? Use it.
Yes,
enjoy
use
it. Elevate your everyday with it. So now what I do is I have this linen spray and I keep it on my little side table, which, if you've been listening or you're looking at my blog, I don't really have a proper nightstand and I'm okay with that. I have the tiny little Florentine table that's part of the 3 nesting tables. So it's itty bitty, but really all I need is sometimes my phone. Usually I try not to have that in there. A place to put a water glass, my glasses, and now this little bottle of linen spray. So every night before I get into bed, that's when I'm doing it now. Like before I go brush my teeth and all that stuff, I spray I use 2 pillows. So I spray so in between, like I'm spraying like the sandwich in between my 2 pillows and I kind of fluff them up a little bit. And then I go and I do my thing and I come back and I slide into my linen sheets and I am one happy girl.
I don't do that at night, but guess what? I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do it too.
That would elevate my night.
Oh, yeah. That sounds great. Well, and something else to elevate that I'm really excited about to announce is that I've got a collection coming out with soft surroundings. And
we're so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm giving you a standing ovation. You can't see
stop.
it. Yes,
it's coming out. It came out Thursday. So I will include a link. I'll have the link by the time this comes out in the show notes. It's not live as of this taping, but when it comes out, it will be. And I'm very excited about working with them. They're a great company, and I've hand selected some things that I think are just beautiful that all work together. And I'm just really excited to share them with you. And you can get all of the items from Soft Surroundings, but just some things that we talk about all the time: bottles, trays. And some of my other favorite things. So,
I have
congratulations!
To say, amazing, Anita, so wonderful. And when I was visiting Anita, and I got to see the house in the Heights 2 times, coming and going, and we just
rub
had
it in, Kelly, rub it in.
Yeah, well, we had like 10 minutes, to get right before we had to roll, and Anita was like, "Can I show you my soft surrounding stuff?" I got a tour of the house. Evie wouldn't let me look in her room, but I saw
that door was
room
slammed shut.
And then, but Evie's darling, and she made us dinner, and she's just so lovely. But I understand having your room door shut. I would too. But then Anita showed me some of the things that she already had from the Soft Surroundings collection, and I wanted every single piece. You guys are going to love these pieces. They're so Anita. They really are so beautiful and her style, and they will work in a lot of different decors as well, but classic pieces you're going to love with just that little twist of a Cedar Hill farmhouse. Really beautiful.
I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for you, Anita.
Thank you. Thank you both. You're so kind. What more could I ask for? I have such wonderful, supportive friends. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and you better keep that good stuff coming. Send it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'll be working on that.
I think I put like, yes, I want that piece, I want that piece, I want that piece. No,
She was tagging everything.
I was tagging it. Can I just take this with me? No. It's so exciting. That is really exciting. And we loved working with Soft Surroundings. They were sponsors of Decorating Tips and Tricks as well. So wonderful company.
They're good friends of us. That's
yeah,
right.
I bet all of you have shopped with them at some point. They've been around for a while and, have everything from clothing to now, the Cedar Hill Farmhouse collection, which is, top of the line.
Love. That's right. That's right.
Okay, so I'm excited about that Alexandra Stoddard book. I'm going to look for that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it called Grace Notes?
No, that's it. The Grace Notes were her like little things that she put in. It's about elevating the everyday, and it's like the quintessential elevating
so
the
let's
everyday.
We need that book. Oh,
yeah, let's see if we can find that. We promise we're going to look for it. If you don't find it in the show notes, maybe it's not in print anymore or something like that. But we're definitely going to have a look for that.
And really, when you read a book like that, it just it starts your imagination and creativity rolling, so you can come up with things of your own. And I love that.
Right, because like we're saying, Yvonne started it off so well with your mindset. It's just sometimes thinking to do something. It's not that you're like, oh no, I don't want to make myself feel better. Oh no, I don't want to be happier. Oh no, I'm not good enough for China teacups every day. Of course you are. And of course you do. And of course you want to. It's just, you don't think
about it. That's right.
Yeah. And so you know, like Anita's saying, you grab the old Cool Whip container and you're eating your salad out of it. Oh, don't do it. Don't do that.
I just cringed inside when you said that. Don't do that.
I'm melting. Stop it. Is that your kryptonite?
It kind of is.
But anyway, we hope you all know that you are so wonderful and you deserve the very best and you deserve to be happy, happy, happy all day long. And these little tiny things, they will add up. There are little things in and of themselves, but they will add up to just having a sense of that you are worth it and that your daily tasks can be taken up a notch and enjoyed more than maybe they are today. So we hope you got some good inspiration today. We are here to help you be happier and healthier and inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time. Hey, everybody. We want to thank you so much for listening to Decorating Tips and Tricks. And we want to make it even easier for you to listen. And it's easier if you subscribe. You just click the subscribe button on our website, www.decoratingtipsandtricks.com, or you can subscribe through Apple Podcast or any of your favorite podcast listeners. So until next time.